In this lesson, I'm going to introduce Microsoft PowerPoint to you. PowerPoint is a presentation program developed by Microsoft, which is the company that also makes the Windows operating systems. PowerPoint is included in the Microsoft Standard Office Suite along with MS Word, which is a word processor, and MS Excel, which is a spreadsheet program. Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides also each corresponds with MS Word, MS Excel, and MS PowerPoint. PowerPoint is often used to create business presentations, but can also serve educational purposes. It may be the single most used computer program to create digital class material by Korean teachers. A PowerPoint presentation is comprised of slides, and the slides may contain text, images, audio clips, and movies. The words on the screen you're looking at right now is made with PowerPoint too. So, what can you do with MS PowerPoint and how can you use it in class? First of all, it can provide a strong visual guide for students. You can add tables or diagrams to a slide so that you can visualize any concept. You could, of course, do that on a blackboard with a chalk, but with PowerPoint, you can save it and call it back anytime you want. Not only that, by adding an image or a video, you can show your students anything that is hard to get to in real life. Personally, I use PowerPoint a lot when I'm teaching art classes. I take pictures step by step while working on an example piece of art and show it to the students during class. There are many presentation programs out there, but PowerPoint has a very strong point no other presentation tool can come close: animation. You can animate any object in PowerPoint: title, text, image, shapes, anything. You can make them appear or disappear, move around, get bigger or smaller, or change colors. You can use this feature to grab students' attention. You can make the keyword of the lesson change colors to emphasize it. I sometimes make the key point of the lesson appear and then disappear very fast and let the students guess it. You can also use animation to illustrate a point. For example, for PE classes, I use PowerPoint animation like a tactical magnetic board that coaches use on field. Last but not least, you can use animation feature to create various classroom games: hangman, matching pairs, Jeopardy-like quiz, anything you can imagine. We will practice some of these in the next lesson. Now, let's see some examples of class material I've talked about. All of these are what I actually used in my classes. This is an example of making use of PowerPoint's Smart Art. The feature allows you to draw many different kinds of diagrams very easily. I did this art class with my 5th grade students. Besides the time it took me to work on the actual piece of art, the time it took me to take the pictures and put them into a presentation was less than 15 minutes. With 15 minutes of work before class, I didn't have to demonstrate the same steps again and again when a student asked me during the class. This is an example of sports tactical board. I can use this to explain rules of a game or to demonstrate a team strategy. I use this animation to explain the player rotation rule of volleyball. And if you put in enough time and effort, you can make something as extravagant as this. Wheel of Fortune! So this game is entirely made with PowerPoint. It's a simple hangman-style game, but I have found that putting in flash effects and exciting music can make students very happy. The tiles are fully interactable. So I'll try A. There's one A. Now E. There's no E. Maybe O. And there are 3 O's. Let me try S. Can you guess what the word is? Yes, it's solar school. So I'll put in L, R, C, H. I got the answer right, so I'm gonna spin the wheel. And I got $200. Now, let's find out what other presentation programs are out there that you can substitute the PowerPoint with. PowerPoint's strongest suit may be the PowerPoint animation feature. No other presentation program lets you do the things you can do with PowerPoint. The fact that many users around the world are using the program is also a plus. If you search for educational material made with PowerPoint, you can find plenty. The biggest downside is that it's expensive. If you have a computer that comes with it, or your school purchases the license for you, then great. If not, it is too much money to pay for a piece of software. You've already heard about Google Slides. It's a part of Google Docs and it's completely free. One interesting thing about Google Slides is that it's web-based, so you don't need to install it to use it. You can just go to the Google Docs page and start editing. It can be a downside if you don't have a steady internet connection, but the problem can be easily solved by using the Chrome web browser with the Google Docs extension. Google Slides has very simple features, but it is a definite upside that you can link it to your Google Classroom very easily. One other free option is LibreOffice. You can download it and install it for free. It offers almost all the features PowerPoint does. So if you're looking for a free PowerPoint substitute, this one might be it. Last one is Prezi. What sets Prezi apart from other presentation tools is that it offers non-linear presentation. So instead of going through a series of slides, you can zoom in and out and fly from here to there in one big slide. Prezi is also web-based and offers limited features for free. Although if you pay a monthly fee, you can install it on your computer and use more advanced features. In this lesson, we've looked into what PowerPoint is and what we can do with it. We've seen some examples of class material made with PowerPoint. For the next lesson, we will practice using PowerPoint by changing layouts, applying a design, adding objects, and animating them. At the end of the lesson, we will try making a simple education game. Now it's time for the assignment. In your opinion, what is the most useful feature of PowerPoint? How do you plan to utilize it in your classroom? What should you look out for while using that feature? You can go to the classwork menu and choose Unit 1, Lesson 2 to leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts in less than 200 words. See you in the next lesson.